Hey everyone, it's me, Jason Mayo, a host for Blog Norfolk, and I'm here again for another episode of Cooking with Local. Today, I'm going to teach you one of the most important skills that you should have, especially when you're in an area like this that has some of the best meat in the entire country, and that is how to cook a steak properly. Not that hard. It does take some steps, and it's not just fridge to grill and to plate. It's a little more complicated than that. So let's get started. First, you're going to want to choose some really great steaks, and you're going to let those steaks sit out and get to room temperature for about an hour to an hour and a half. So they should already be warm before you cook them. You don't want them to be cold or they're going to seize. So then we're going to take these steaks, which I'm using baseball steaks from VG Meats. They're baseball sirloins. And I'm going to take a fair amount of salt and really make sure that it's aggressively seasoned. What this salt is going to do, you want to be able to see the salt. If you can't see it, you haven't put enough on. What this is going to do is make sure that your meat stays tender and moist. And it's going to lock in all those juices. Then we want to put some pepper on here. I'm pretty aggressive with the pepper, but it's up to your taste. Then we're going to flip it over. You want to use one hand to flip. You want to keep one hand for seasoning. So we're going to salt the other side. I'm using sea salt, which is nice and pure. No additives, no sugar. And then some pepper. And we're just going to take these babies and we're going to put them on the grill. The grill's already been heated, so it's nice and hot. Let's go outside. Alright, now that we're out of the grill, we're going to take these steaks. The grill is nice and hot. We're going to put them down. You're going to hear that sizzle. Now the trick with cooking meat properly is only turning it a few times. You don't want to keep flipping it over and over because then it's not being actually cooked. You're kind of just slowing down the whole process, right? So we're probably only going to turn these babies 4 times just to get our marks on them and make sure that they're nice and juicy. Now, in order to tell how your steak is cooked, you could use a thermometer, sure, if that's how you want to do it, but I like to use the finger method. So it's just boom, 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 and boom. If you're with these 2 fingers, this is rare. This is medium rare, medium, and well. So you're going to be able to tell that this is tighter when it's well. So you're actually going to poke your steaks with your finger and then test yourself here, and then you'll be able to see if it's at the consistency you want. I would also recommend that you actually take your steak off a level before. So if you want it medium, take it off at medium rare, because we are going to rest these steaks as well after they're cooked, and they're going to continue to cook a little bit. Okay? When you do the first flip, you're going to see those grill marks in there. You're getting a nice char on it. It should have that kind of caramelized color to it. You'll also know when to flip your meat, because it won't be difficult to actually pull it off the grill. If it does kind of like resist you, let it go. Let it cook a little bit longer, and when it's ready, it'll actually bring itself off the grill and you're able to flip it. So these steaks are ready to come off. They're probably about a medium rare. We're gonna put them right into some tin foil. You can see they got nice char marks on the outside, but they're still nice and juicy. And then we're going to tent those up, which just means literally make a tent with the tin foil. And then these were cooked for probably about 10 minutes because they're really thick. So we're going to want to tent it for half of the cooking time, which is 5 minutes. So we're going to let these sit aside for 5 minutes. And while we do that, we're going to make a little something to put on top of these babies. So what we're going to do is make a nice blue cheese fried onion topping for the steak. And what I'm going to show you as a little trick is that you can make any grill into a flat top if you just take a nice cheap cookie sheet, put a little grease on it. I'm using bacon fat here because I always use bacon fat. We're gonna grease it up here. Get it nice and hot. Notice that it's melting pretty quick. You could do eggs on one of these. You can cook anything that would fall in through the grates on one of these. It makes it really nice. So what we're gonna do is put on some onion. You can hear it already starts to sizzle. I got a nice piece of blue cheese here from the Dover Cheese Shop. And we're gonna get this melting. Just want it to melt down. And then we're gonna combine the two together and we're gonna put them on top of our steak. So once you see that the cheese is melted, just like this, and the onions have a little brownness to them, you're literally just gonna mix them together, like this. Mix it up. Nice blue cheese and fried onion topping. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this on top of our beautifully rested steaks, and it's gonna be ready to go. We're ready to cut into the steak. One of these steaks is gonna be medium, the other one's gonna be more to the medium rare style. So I'm gonna cut into my medium to show you that it's done perfectly. Fingers crossed. And it is. As you can see, that beautiful pink. That's a definite medium. And cut into the medium rare. And we're there. So that's how you cook the perfect Norfolk steak. We're gonna put this blue cheese topping on top of mine. Just slide it right on. That's how easy it is. It's gonna go on our plate. I'm gonna serve it with some delicious sides, but we'll cook those with you later. So that's it for Cooking with Local. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you make the perfect steak as soon as you can. I'll see you flavor.